Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Denise Morrison, physical therapist and health coach from Intuitively Unique Coaching. And I love to share safe, functional fitness routines, fabulous food and meal plans, and prep ideas, as well as mindset and belief tools. So, this afternoon, I seriously needed to stretch out my abs. We do a lot of work on our core in my programs, and I make sure every day that I engage my deeper core muscles and pelvic floor so that I can protect my back when I'm on my job. So I thought, I have to come home and stretch my core. My abs are so tight. And if you find yourself ever in a position where you've overworked your abs or you're doing it so much so that it interferes with your mobility or your breathing. And for me, I've been noticing that it's affecting my breathing and then causing additional contractions into my tummy because I'm doing lots of core work and I want to find balance. So let me show you with some of the props that I have how I open up and release. Hey, Jane! Open up and release my abdominals. Because I needed it. So if you do not have the props that I have, you can use rolled up towels or pillow cushions or simply use the floor. But let me show you what I have. First off, I'm going to let's show you the easy one. I'll move my yoga blocks out of the way. So as you can see, if you can think of the alignment of our abs, so we have our abdominals that obviously cover up all our organs, and we have ones that go up and down, the rectus abdominis. We have the obliques, which come side to side, like where we stick our hands in our pockets, those side ones. And then flip that layer up, and you've got your deep transverse abdominis muscles. And then, of course, you've got your latissimus dorsi and other muscles that restrain around the corners here to hold your back in place, a big back muscle. And then you've got your butt, a whole bunch of stuff connected. So many times we do crunches. Okay, so everything is going into a crunch position. We're bending forward. The one easy one is to go on your tummy. So just being in yogic speak in a sphinx pose like I'm in now, or just laying on your tummy and propping yourself up while you're reading or checking your phone or just sitting here. And I've just been spending the past 30 minutes listening to a chakra balancing meditation. The chakras are part of the yogic philosophy and the centers of the body. So I was realigning my third chakra, which is in my solar plexus, my tummy area. So the beautiful music and the meditation does that, but that's a different tangent. So anyway, just coming onto your tummy. And then if that, just even staying for 30 to 60 seconds, and if it feels good and you have the time, stay for longer if your shoulders permit. The other thing you can do is press up a little bit more, so the palms are flat on the ground. You can simply lower down and press up. So it looks like a cobra, but more of a prone press up, we call this. My body's down on the floor, that's called prone. So I'm pushing up, and this is fabulous for your lumbar spine too. And you can gradually push yourself a little higher each time. My son is upstairs laughing and it sounds ridiculous. So this shouldn't be aggressive or strenuous. You're just opening and stretching and going in the opposite direction of how you've been crunching or sitting. And then, like I said, you can come up and stay this way if your back likes it, and just make sure your belly is totally relaxed, flopping out the belly, okay? That feels so good. It's a good problem to have, I guess, to have a tight core, but not when it's restricting your breathing or making it difficult to move. So I thought I'd share this. Okay, so the next one is coming onto your side. So simply laying on my side, I'm going to stretch my obliques out Now, you can stay on your side this way and then release one thigh and knee down towards the floor, and then begin to turn with your torso in the opposite direction. Oh, good pop and crack there. And all I'm doing is resting my palm of my top hand on my rib cage and just rolling open. I've got my head supported on my fist. Taking some deep breaths here. And I can feel the tightness in my obliques. And all this area, when it gets tight, it interferes with your lung mobility and breathing, and I do not like that, so here we are. That feels so good. I'm a big fan of yoga, so wonderful way to wind down and balance out the energies of the body. The exercises that I do are very yang-like in nature, very masculine, go, aggressive. And I usually spend some time in the afternoon doing yin form of exercise. They're very cooling and calming and feminine, and it balances it out. That feels so fantastic. Okay, so staying on this side, you can repeat to the opposite side, but then I'm turned away, so I won't do that. The next thing is if you have a nice bolster, yoga bolster, you can put it under your side body. Okay, so right up against my hip, and my fleshy part and rib cage is going over, and I'm lying down again. My knees are stacked, and then just allowing some time to breathe, and then opening up this gap here between your pelvis, hip bones, and your rib cage. And it's tight, it's good. I'm building muscle, but then the stretch feels fantastic too. And then just staying in this position, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, or in through your nose or out through your mouth. If you want to get a bit more stretch, drop that top arm up and over. And really open up the sidelines of the body. And as I inhale, I do take some time to hold my breath. Feel the stretch, feel the elongation of the muscles, and then exhale. Forever. For those of you out there that are yogi fans, pranayama fans, this may look familiar. My newest breath technique that I use to get into my rest and digest calm mode is 5 breaths in. 5 counts in. Hold for a count of 5. And then exhale for 7. So I'll say that again because it came out a bit weird. So inhale for a count of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. Hold the breath for a count of 5, and then exhale for a count of 7. And even here still, when you're on your side, you can just organically listen to your body and just stretch it out. This will really open up your chest as well. So speaking of opening your chest, I'm going to go onto my back. So of course, repeat that to the opposite side. My other favorite one with the bolster is the open butterfly position. So I've got the bolster right up against my sacrum, that flat bone in my back, and now I'm taking my back over the bolster and opening up. So you can keep the feet pressing together and the knees and hips fall out to the side. I have little blocks if I really want to take a break and just sink into more of a restorative stretch. But once again, I'm opening my abdominals in the front aspect here, really opening up all the intercostal muscles in my ribs and across my chest. And of course, when you do this, you're resting your head flat on the bolster or the floor. You can still get benefits by lying flat on the ground. And I find too, with all the push-ups and the upper body exercises I do, I love to open my chest this way. So I've just, instead of extending my arms, I bend at my elbows, and now I'm just allowing my hands to drop towards the floors on either side, so I look like that on both sides. And now I'm just opening across my chest. Wow, I so needed this. I hope you enjoy this as well. I love restorative yoga. So if you do not have the bolster, you can simply lie down on the floor with your legs open like me. And I'll show you that in a second. You can even relax the palms down and just allow the chest to soften, really get all those breathing muscles open, because when we get stressed out, our diaphragm deep up inside that helps us with our breathing can get tense. Our hip flexors can get tense, chest muscles and neck muscles. If we're under tension, stress, and we stop our breathing, this is a wonderful place to open up. Do some deep, full inhalations and exhalations, and just let everything soften and slow down and help you switch gears. That was my mouth. Okay, so let me to come out of this, I bring my knees together, because if you jolt straight up, it might hurt your back. So I'm just going to roll over to my side and move the bolster. So if I was on my back, I could do the same thing. So my feet and knees are touching. I just open my knees wide. My heels and toes are touching. And just lying there. Okay, once again opening. And then of course you can do a full body stretch. The morning stretch, reaching. There goes my hands. There goes my feet in opposite directions, and you're opening. Taking those full breaths to feel that expansion in the side body, in the front. Slowing the pace down after a hectic day, perhaps. And now, one more. I'm going to take my bolster because I have it. If you don't have it, you can come into child's pose, which is where your big toes are touching. Okay, big toes are touching and your knees are nice and wide. And I love to use my bolster, or you can use your pillow cushions or what have you. And just come on down. Allow my hips to open and soften. Allow my low back to get a break and soften. And my belly to flop out and feel relaxed on the bolster. And stay here for as long as time permits. At least a couple minutes, I'd say. Deep, full breaths. Can I go to bed now? So, as you can see, these are just a few ways to calm the body, calm the mind, bring yourself back together, ground yourself, as we say in yoga. Find that peace. I'm getting close to the ground. I'm relaxing everything in this beautiful child's pose, but I'm also giving those big muscle groups a stretch, like my booty, which we work on a lot, and my hips are opening. My low back has pressure taken off of it. And then feel free, you can switch your head to the opposite direction. See how I did that? So that you give each piece of your head, your neck a break. And now one more I'm going to squeeze in, just because this is a week after my tummy bug, and my tummy had some internal drama going on. So in order for me to release that drama, I like to take my bolster, or if I'm even more game, a hard yoga block, but I like the bolster. And I take my tummy and just lay it right, my belly button right in the center over that bolster, and then just soften once more to open up my lumbar spine area, my quadratus lumborum, deep muscles back here, and my booty. And then just getting a nice opening. And don't forget to switch heads. Turn your head the opposite direction. And this helps with my digestion, like an internal tummy massage. And my favorite thing about this, with the pressure in my tummy, in my abs, is that as I take a deep breath in and hold it, that pressure is wonderful, and it just feels that, you feel that contact in your tummy, and then exhale and release. And wonderful, especially if you have any gas issues after eating. This is another wonderful way. So, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for popping on and visiting me. My schedule has been all screwy with the demands of work, and now I'm in school again, so my time has been taken away for me to come to visit you live. But I'm always here, ready to share ideas and tips and tools that I learn. Feel free to ask any questions if you so shall. You can even send me a message. I don't bite. So because I'm a wife and a mom, I have to get up. Okay? Nice to see you, ladies. Oh, gosh, it feels so good to do nothing. So I hope that helps you as well. But yes, we work our cores a lot, and we want them tight, and we want them toned and looking svelte, but we also need them to be loose and flexible so that we can maintain our excellent posture. Okay, friends, bye.